Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Madals and this is game number 3 of what has possibly been one of the most amusing best of threes I have cast in a long time. It has been pretty brilliant. Game number 3 is going to be on Planet S, which in itself usually leads to some pretty entertaining games. So let's just get into this and introduce the two players. Down in the bottom left position, he plays for Startail. He dealt with the random tactics in game number 1 very well, but not so well in game number 2. He is from Startail. It is Bomber. And his opponent, up in the top right, the yellow Zerg from Root. He has gone for some pretty funky builds. It's CatZ. And I say funky builds. In game 1 and 2, he has proxy hat-tried the natural base of his opponent. Now, if I was going to do that on any map, I'd actually quite like to do it on Planet S, because Planet S is really difficult to take a third. Therefore, 2-base plays are really quite popular, and so if you can stop the second base getting down, well, then you might just be in store for some pretty happy times. But will CatZ dare to do this same funky build 3 games in a row? We'll wait and see. Will he mix it up and go for something standard, which could blow everybody's mind? Maybe that too. Or maybe, just maybe, he'll do something that none of us can expect, which actually is probably the most likely thing, because this is CatZ we're talking about. Bomber, on the other hand, he is going to want to play standard. He's going to be going for some Reapers. There's the refinery. There's the barracks. Here's the cliff area that can be used very effectively with Reapers. CatZ once more going for the 16 hatch, nearly identical. The drone is still here, going to come in. I think Bomber is going to make definitely very sure that there is no hatchery down there this game. He hasn't gone command center first either, so that means that it's going to be a little bit easier to hold that off if a proxy hatchery is created. But for the moment, CatZ, he's not doing that. Oh my goodness, CatZ actually making a spawning pool at a fairly normal time. Calm yourselves, people. This is what in the real world we call standard play. In CatZ world, this is unusual, and Bomber may be thrown off by actually seeing that there is not a hatchery at his natural, but we'll have to see what he does. He is getting a Reaper out at the moment, a bunker coming down. Bomber's just like, well, if you like doing weird things to me, I am going to be frustrating to you as well. We'll see how you play without a natural base, Mr. Zerg. For the moment, CatZ is like, he's making a bunker. Oh well, I'll just kill his SCV. Then he's not going to have a bunker. So CatZ making the least dramatic response to this that could ever possibly be achieved. The drone even getting pulled back, but now on his way back down and be like, oh, he's bringing the SCV back. Okay, I can't let that bunker finish. Drone on SCV fights are incredibly intense. There is still this Reaper here. The SCV, all while it's alive, is going to be a little bit scary as well, because all while that is actually up, you're going to be a little bit like, well, he can always come back and try and finish that off. There's going to be a spine caller coming down. So this is CatZ just like, finish the bunker. You're going Reapers. You can put a Reaper in there all you want and it can chip away at my hatchery for what seems like an eternity and not actually do any damage at all. So CatZ, he's not too bothered about that. He is now pulling quite a few drones actually. He wants to shut down this Reaper. And nope, not going to be able to do much. So that was a big drone pull for not doing very much at all. The spine caller is nearly done. The drones do have to be a little bit careful. The Zerglings are going to go down, so already quite a nice bit of damage being achieved. There is a natural base on its way down here for Bomber as well. The drones getting in a head-on fight with Reapers, not usually going to go in the drone's favour. Doesn't actually manage to get down to be an extractor quite yet, but there is the spine caller, and that means the spine caller will be able to pick off the bunker. Bomber is going to be forced back now. And all in all, CatZ didn't take massive losses there. He lost 1 worker. But then so as too did Bomber. Admittedly, a couple of Zerglings did die, but all in all, 25 more resources lost by CatZ compared to that of Bomber. So that's not something which you're going to lose sleep over, no matter what race you play or what stage of the game this is at. Now, Queen up against 2 Reapers. This is why Reapers against Zerg aren't stupidly effective, because Queen shut them down very easily. But can CatZ see that third? No, he can't quite see it. He needs to spot this third command center, because that is a big giveaway to the sort of strategy his opponent's going for, and CatZ could go for something very aggressive to try and punish that. But for the moment, these 2 Reapers actually racking up a couple of kills now. 3 workers have been killed. This Queen up in the main base, going to try and stop it, but unfortunately the drones are now going to face the wrath of the Reapers. The Reapers are forcing a big pull of drones. All of the drones actually getting pulled here, so if nothing else, quite a lot of lost mining time there for CatZ, and he doesn't want to be losing that mining time unnecessarily. Chucking one drone down there into the gas. It won't go down though. The Reaper's being forced back once more. These Overlords still don't get a really great scout out on this. CatZ can't actually even see that. Oh, he can just see the glow of one mineral patch, so he should know that something's mining there if he's paying really close attention. But again, probably more of his attention is focused on the Reapers that keep coming in and trying to kill him, because that is the frustrating thing. The Reapers now realizing that their time to shine may be nearly over, so instead they're just going to come in and work with the Hellion to try and do a little bit of damage, but with the Spine, with the Queen there, probably not going to be able to achieve much. CatZ getting down speed, Stim on its way down here for Bomber 2. But these two Queens for the moment are just going to be able to force this back. Combat Drugs, of course, means that the Reapers will heal up. It's just the Hellion you don't really want to take fire, because that can be frustrating. One Creep Tumor gets taken down. The second one is just going to die. That was so ridiculously close. I thought it was going to stay up, but no. It does go down. That means another Creep Tumor having to be laid by this Queen, trying to spread the creep forward. Gotta keep them safe. There are 3 Hellions here now, 2 more on their way. This is actually quite a lot of Hellions on their way, and that's why the Roach one is coming down here for CatZ. He does not want to take damage from this, but the Queen is taking quite a bit of fire. Of course, 3 Hellions and 2 Reapers actually push out quite a bit of damage, even against things like Queens, so this has got to be something you're a little bit cautious of. There's Scan coming down. The Creep Tumors are all going to get taken down. This is going to force the creep to recede quite a long way and really prevent CatZ from being able to really risk moving up. The Baning Nest, though, and Roach Roaring coming down. CatZ has no intention of taking a third. He just wants to Roach, Baneling all in. Is Bomber going to be able to defend this? Well, he is getting down the supply depot wall off. He is keeping a nice little contain, but the Roaches are now going to come and push this back. A few Roaches up against this aren't really going to blow your mind. You're not going to be like, ah, this is definitely an all-in. It could just be the CatZ overreacting. But Widow Mines, oh, the Widow Mines! Bow up Widow Mines, and this could be really nice. And of course, they are going to be able to get some good shots off. 2 Roaches instantly die, a lot more getting on very low health. A 3rd Roach and a 4th Roach even going down there. That's quite a big loss, but at the same time, a lot of Zerglings down here. More Banelings morphing in. CatZ is going to go for it. He's only at 35 drones, so if this doesn't work, he's got a long way to catch up. He's getting a lot more Zerglings in production too behind this. Widow Mines are going to see a lot of them rallied across. There are more Widow Mines here defensively too. Got to send just 1 Zergling in first to make sure that not everything dies, but it'll need a second one there too. 1 Widow Mine does detonate, but there is a second one back here. More Zerglings running forward. Just going to soak up a bit more of that pain, but a good little unburrow comes down from Bomber there. And now, of course, the Widow Mine going to reburrow up. Will detonate, though, and that now leaves room for the Banelings to try and punch through. But unfortunately, they get trapped by the Zerglings. That means he's not going to be able to break the wall off as quickly as he would have liked. A bunker taking some fire, but now getting repaired up very quickly. It's on the very brink of dying, but it has now been held. Bomber is supply block, though, losing those 3 supply depots. And there is more Zerglings and Banelings streaming their way across the map. But will there be enough? There is still that Widow Mine up. The bunker's still up. 3 additional supply depots being made here, completing the wall off. CatZ being forced to make a hatchery behind this, trying to take a 3rd. That did not do the damage that the Zerg player needed. Only 3 workers have been killed this entire game so far, and CatZ, well, he committed a lot to that push, and it just didn't deal any economic damage really. And really the only downside to that was the Bomber got supply blocked for a while. But even that isn't a huge loss for Bomber, who's just happy making a lot of production facilities. He's got 1-1 on its way, and he's still putting on a bit of counter-aggression here. A Widow Mine burrowing up by the 3rd, the Hellions and Reaper up here by the 3rd as well. A lot of Zerglings getting pulled back, but of course fighting by that Widow Mine could result in a lot of them getting taken out very quickly. There's also a Widow Mine defensively placed here. Does get a detonation. Straight away gets 5 kills there. So Widow Mines are very frustrating if you get a big clump of Zerglings hit by them. CatZ, he's going to try and defend this. The Widow Mine triggers on a Zerg Cocoon, though, which is probably the best thing you could ever hope for a Widow Mine to detonate on. But now the Zergling's going to try and get us around. The Roaches are there too. Will force this back, but the 3rd now being taken here by Bomber. Does get spotted by the Overlord for CatZ. But CatZ, his lair is late, his tech is late, his economy is really not substantial in the slightest, and he is on equal basis as Bomber. Bomber is going to be very happy about this. He's starting to move forward. He's putting down some more bunkers as well to get in a good defensive position here. He's getting down more medevacs. He's getting down the two infantry upgrades. Combat shield finished as well. His infantry looking pretty scary. This biomine style is always tough. Where is the Overseer? Well, there isn't one yet. One morphing in just as I speak, but the Widow Mine probably will be, or it will be very close being off cooldown, but luckily the Spore Cooler is done in time in order to pick that off. Now, SCV's getting called across, lots of mules getting called down here too. CatZ trying to secure up a 4th base, but Bomber is just going into full macro mode at the moment. He's got the 1-1 upgrades, 1-1 only just now starting for CatZ. These upgrade advantages are going to play so massively into how this goes. CatZ is trying to pump drones, and that means that his standing army, not that substantial for the time being. There's still that 1 Widow Mine trying to scuttle its way away. We can see army supplies 49 to 16. Bomber is going to be in a good spot with this push in. He's moving forward. There goes the scan. He's going to start picking off the creep tumors as quickly as he can. Bomber is going to be up against very little resistance from CatZ at the moment. He's desperately trying to morph in some more banelings, some more roaches. The queen gets sniped off. The lair is getting focused. Will he be able to take it out? He's just ignoring the spine crawler completely. He's just like, well, I'm just going to take out your natural base, because then I know, economically speaking, you're not in a good spot. The lair will fall. There's the boost away with the medevacs, and with no lair, this means CatZ is so limited in the tech he can go for. The medevacs running straight up towards the main, baiting all of the units there before going into the third. A couple of drones going to get taken out here too. This is looking so good for Bomber at the moment. He's just going to focus down the hatchery. Can he actually take this out before CatZ is able to defend it? Well, yes, because CatZ is going for the counter-attack. With this hatchery falling, suddenly CatZ now just on one base. The banelings were trying to come in, but Bomber now, he is just going full Bomber mode and is just destroying everything in his path. These Zerglings doing a little bit of damage, but not enough. Look at this income tab. Bomber so far ahead. He's mining over 1,000 more resources a minute, 1,000 more minerals a minute than his opponent. He's also got access to 6 gas geysers should he want them, compared to just the 1. A drop now coming down at the 4th base. We'll discover where it is. The drones were trying to mine down there. The natural trying to get retaken, but things still looking so ridiculously tough. These medevacs on their way into the main base. If this main hatchery falls, things could be really bad. 2-2 upgrades just about to kick in, 4 seconds away in game, and then Bomber will have a monumental upgrade advantage over his opponent. Roach is trying to clean this out, but of course the drop in the main is cleaning out a good number of drones. Already Bomber has killed 19 workers, plus those 2 hatcheries. He's pushing in down towards the 4th. Widow Mine's burrowing up really nice and quick. Roaches are going to take some big hits from those and do get taken out. More roaches coming in from the side. Of course, roaches are 0-1 in their upgrades compared to the 2-2 upgrades for the Marines and Marauders. Banelings need to get focused down quickly. Good little pick up there. And of course the drop now still going to come down at the back. The drop of the natural dealing some more damage too. Bomber is just everywhere at once. He's dropping in the main at the same time, and CatZ just does not have enough units to try and defend everywhere at once. His natural base is back up and running, but the drones aren't even mining there. They're just getting picked apart. Bomber is now nearly 100 supply above his opponent, and he is continuing on with his pain, and CatZ just does not have an answer to it at the moment. You know, it's going to take a miracle for CatZ to be able to come back into this, and he just does not have the injects, the lava, to actually produce units to defend it off. The upgrade advantage for Bomber. There is the GG. Well played by CatZ, and Bomber takes the series 2-0. 2-1, sorry. So, CatZ put up a valiant effort. He went for some cool strategies, and he certainly gave us a very funky series. So I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, like all the videos, leave a cool comment, and of course subscribe. I get new games up every single day of the week. So I'll catch each and every one of you tomorrow for yet another new cast. Thanks for watching. I'm Madals. Bye for now.